Now we discussed about organic evolution and its evidences. First, evolution. What is evolution? Evolution means formation of complex organisms through gradual changes from simple ancestral type. Evolution means formation of complex organisms, that means living organisms, through gradual changes. From simple ancestral type, that is formation of multicellular organisms from unicellular organisms through a series of changes. Evolution means formation of complex organisms through gradual changes from simple ancestral types, that is formation of multicellular organisms from unicellular organisms through a series of changes. According to theory of evolution, all present day organisms have rise from a common ancestor. All present day organisms, living organisms, have arise from a common ancestor. Second point, evolution is a continuous process. Evolution is a continuous process. Third point, several living organisms of the past have become extinct. Several living organisms of the past have become extinct. Fourth point, evolution is a very slow process. According to the theory of organic evolution, all present day organisms have arise from a common ancestor. Evolution is a continuous process. Several living organisms of the past have become extinct. That means they present at this time also. Evolution is a very slow process. Then, evidences of organic evolution. Evidences of organic evolution. There are four types of evidences. First, morphological evidence. Morphological evidence. Second, embryological evidences. Third, paleontological evidences. And fourth, molecular evidences. There are four types of evidences of organic evolution: morphological evidences, embryological evidences, paleontological evidences, and molecular evidences. First, evidences from morphology. Evidences from morphology. Morphological evidences for evolution are derived from homologous and analogous organs, from vestigial organs and from connecting links. Morphological evidences for evolution are derived from homologous and analogous organs, from vestigial organs. And also from connecting links. Connecting links. What is homologous organs? What is homologous organs? Homologous organs are the organs which are similar in structure but perform different function. Homologous organs are the organs which are similar in structure but perform different functions. Examples: forelimbs of vertebrates. If we consider forelimbs of vertebrates like birds, bat, whale, cat, horse and human have bones such as humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals and phalanges. All these animals used their forelimbs for different functions. Once more, homologous organs are the organs which are similar in structure but perform different functions. Examples: forelimbs of vertebrates, the animals with a vertebral column. If we consider forelimbs of vertebrates like birds, bat, whale, cat, horse and human have bones such as humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals and phalanges. All these animals above mentioned, all animals used their forelimbs for different functions. Then what is analogous organs? What is analogous organ? Analogous organs are the organs which are different in structure but perform similar function. Different in structure but perform similar function. Different in structure but perform similar functions. Analogous organs are the organs which are different in structure but perform similar functions. Examples: wings of insect, pterodactyl, bat and bird. They use their wings for flying, but the wing structures are different. Analogous organs are the organs which are different in structure but perform similar function. Example: wings of insect, pterodactyl, bat and bird. If we consider insect, pterodactyl, bat and bird, they use their wings for flying but the wing structure are different. Next, vestigial organ. Vestigial organs. What are vestigial organs? Vestigial organs are small, degenerated or imperfectly developed organs. Vestigial organs are small, degenerated or imperfectly developed organs. But these organs are complete and fully functional in their ancestors. These vestigial organs are complete and fully functional in their ancestor. Example, body hair in human male, wisdom tooth in human, vermiform appendix in human and tail vertebrae in human. Vestigial organs are small, imperfectly or degenerated organs. But these organs are complete and fully functional in their ancestors. Example, body hair in human male, wisdom tooth in human, vermiform appendix in human and tail vertebrae in human. Next, evidence. That is connecting link. Connecting link. The animals or plants which possess characters of two different groups of organisms are known as connecting links. The animals or plants which possess characters of two different groups of organisms are known as connecting links. Connecting links. The animals or plants which possess characters of two different groups of organisms are known as connecting links. Example, the fossil bird Archaeopteryx. The fossil bird Archaeopteryx. This bird with beak and wing. This Archaeopteryx bird with beak and wings. That is bird character. The presence of beak and wings. That is bird characters. But the long tail and bones. Long tail and tail with bones. And teeth in beak. Are reptilian character. The fossil bird Archaeopteryx is one example of connecting link. This bird with beak and wings. That is, these two characters are bird characters, but the long tail with bones and teeth with beak are reptilian characters. Archaeopteryx is a connecting link between birds and reptiles. These all are related to evidences of morphology. We discussed about the evidences of morphology. Next, evidences from embryology. Evidences from embryology. Embryology is the study of development of an organism. Embryology is the study of development of an organism. Embryology gave lot of evidences which support organic evolution. Embryology is the study of development of organism. Embryology gave lot of evidences which support organic evolution. Examples. 1. The embryological stage of all vertebrates include morula, blastula and gastrula. Second example, the embryo of all vertebrates have same shape. Example 1. The embryological stages of all vertebrates include morula, blastula, and gastrula stage. The embryos of all vertebrates have same shape. Embryology is the study of development of an organism. Embryology gave lot of evidences which support of organic evolution. The first example, the embryological stages of all vertebrates include morula, blastula and gastrula. Then the embryos of all vertebrates have same shape. If we represent the stages of developmental stages of embryo. Egg cell, sperm cell, female and male gametes fused to form. This is haploid, this is haploid, this is diploid, zygote. Then morula stage, that is a group of 8 to 16 cells. This is morula stage. Then one cavity is formed inside of this bunch or group of cells. This stage is known as blastula. Then the last stage, gastrula, that is the bunches of cells become arranged in 3 layers, 2 or 3 layers, equally arranged in 3 germ layers. It may be 2 layer in case of diploblastic condition or 3 layer in trypoblastic condition. These are the stages of development of embryo. The embryological stages of all vertebrates include these all stages, and the embryo of all vertebrates have same shape. The different aspects of embryology strongly support the fact that the different classes of vertebrates had a common ancestor. The different aspects of embryology strongly support the fact that the different classes of vertebrates had a common ancestor. Now we discussed about evidences of morphology, then evidences of embryology. Next, evidences from paleontology, third. Evidences from paleontology. Paleontology is the study of fossils. Paleontology is the study of fossils. Fossils are the remains of animals and plants that live in the past. Fossils are the remains of animals and plants that live in the past. Fossils embedded in rocks, ice and in riverbeds. Fossils embedded in rocks, ice and in riverbeds. Fossils of simple forms. Fossils of simple forms usually seen in deep soil. Fossils of simple forms usually seen in deep soil. But in case of invertebrates, fishes, amphibians, that's seen in middle soil. Fossils of invertebrates, fishes, amphibians are seen in middle soil. And more complex structured reptiles, birds and mammals usually seen in top part of the earth. The fossils of complex structured reptiles, birds and mammals seen on top part of earth. Fossils of simple forms usually seen in deep soil, invertebrates, fishes, amphibians in middle soil, and more complex structured reptiles, birds, mammals usually seen on top part of the earth. If we consider the ancestral history of horse, the number of toes decreases for greater speed. Body size gradually increases and teeth adapted to eat grasses. Now we study about this. The most simple forms seen in deep soil, then next level in middle part and complex part on top level. That means this structured distribution of fossils emphasize the evolutionary history. Next, the ancestral history of horse. Ancestral history of horse. That is the first one, Euthippus. Then they developed one, Mesohippus. Then Meryhippus. Then the modern horse, Equus. If we consider the ancestral history of horse, the number of toes decreased for greater speed. The number of toes decreases from large number to simple form or larger detailed structure to simple form. Helps for greater speed. Body size gradually increases. Teeth also adapted for eating grass. If we consider the ancestral history of horse, the number of toes decreases for greater speed, body size gradually increased, and teeth adapted to eat grass. Next, that is the fourth evidence, that is molecular evidence of evolution. Molecular evidence of evolution. Organisms sharing same chemical characteristics show closer evolutionary relationship. Organisms sharing same chemical characteristics show closer evolutionary relationship. There are lots of examples for molecular evidences. There are lots of examples for molecular evidences. First example, cell is the basic unit of life. Cell is the basic unit of life. The biomolecules of cells are common in all organisms. The cell is the basic unit of all organisms. The biomolecules such as protein, fat, etc., hormones of cells are common in all organisms. Second example, the cell organelles. The cell organelles means the components of cells such as ribosomes seen in all living cells. First example, cell is the basic unit of life. The biomolecules of cells are common in all organisms. Second example, the cell organelle ribosome seen in all living cells. All living cells. Third example, DNA is the hereditary material of all organisms except for some viruses. DNA is the hereditary material of all organisms except for some viruses. In case of retrovirus, RNA is the genetic material. In case of retrovirus, RNA is the genetic material, but in some viruses with DNA as their genetic material. Then the DNA is the hereditary material for all organisms except for some viruses. The fourth example, DNA is the energy storing and releasing biomolecule for all living cells. DNA is the hereditary material for all organisms except some viruses. ATP is the energy storing and releasing molecule. Releasing biomolecule for all living cells. Except bacteria. Fifth, the same 22 amino acids are common in all organisms. The same 22 amino acids are common in all organisms. Next example, the genetic code is universal. The genetic code is universal. Next example, the central dogma which deals with the transfer of genetic information. The central dogma which is deal with the transfer of genetic information is same in all living cells. The central dogma which deals with the transfer of genetic information is same in all living cells. Next example of molecular evidence. The basic step of transcription and translation for protein synthesis is same in all organisms. The basic steps of transcription and translation for protein synthesis same in all organisms. The organism sharing same chemical characteristics show closer evolutionary relationship. Examples: cell is the basic unit of life. The biomolecules of cells are common in all organisms. The cell organelles like ribosomes seen in all living cells. DNA is the hereditary material for all organisms except for some viruses. ATP, adenosine triphosphate. ATP is the energy storing and releasing biomolecules for all organisms, all cells. The same 22 amino acids are common in all organisms. The genetic code is universal. The central dogma which deals with the transfer of genetic information is same in all living cells. The basic steps of transcription and translation for protein synthesis same in all organisms. These are examples of molecular evidences. The sequence of nucleotide arrangement common for all organisms. Once more example, the sequence of nucleotides arrangement common for all organisms. Then last part, what is molecular homology? What is molecular homology? Similarity in chemical constituents between organisms is molecular homology. The similarity in chemical constituent between organisms is termed molecular homology. Similarity in chemical constituents between organisms termed molecular homology or biochemical homology. Similarity in chemical constituents between organisms is molecular homology or biochemical homology. Examples: human blood protein are most similar in those of chimpanzee and all apes. The examples for molecular homology: first, human blood proteins are most similar to those of chimpanzee and all apes. Second examples for molecular homology is the component of chlorophyll closely related in plants as same as in algae. Now we complete this part. If you like this lesson or class, please like, share and subscribe.